And welcome to episode 19 of Campaigns of the Plains, Season 2. God, we're getting to the 20 mark here pretty soon. It's crazy. 20 episodes.
In a couple episodes, we're going to be able to legally drink.
Right? Our episodes will be able to
legally drink.
We can vote now.
We can vote.
We can legally drink if we're not Americans.
We are all Americans.
Shit.
You say that anymore like me. We're all Americans.
We're all American here.
Tater tot casserole Americans.
Yep.
Is it a casserole or is it a hot dish? Is it a casserole or is it a hot dish?
Both.
I think it's a casserole.
Yes.
Yes. Please don't offend the Midwesterners. They probably could find us.
We live in the Midwest. It'd be very easy to find us.
Yeah,
I'm interested in some hot dish and some casserole.
Either way, bring it to us. Anyway, who would like to recap what happened on episode 18?
I didn't write down any notes.
Good. So we skip you, or are you just going to go off memory?
Memory? Oh, my favorite game.
Do you have any notes? I have a couple. I do have some notes.
Got attacked by Joker's brother.
Ace.
The Ace of Spades.
Ace.
The Ace of Spades.
I don't know if we can say that.
That was all happened after we were in and not
it's
pocket.
It's like an actual.
As long as she doesn't start singing,
card.
then we're fine.
As long as I can sing 3 seconds of the jingle and it'd be fine.
Yeah, we went into a not hot pocket.
But that was the
previous episode before
we
that.
We just came out of there.
Yeah.
Mine's JK.
And then we got in a fight with Joker's brother Ace, and Joker didn't even help us, the coward. And we fought Bubble Lady. Califistry.
Wasn't
that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she threw her bubble sludge at us, and they blew up, and they latched
on
to people, and it
So,
was a mess.
So I was right.
Din straight up almost died. And then after the fight, because we won, because we're the best, Asher's mom came back and had to remove corruption from Din with the bracelet, and there's some of the rest of us that need it too, because we're all, unfortunately, have permanent health damage.
Yes, you should all remember how many stacks of that.
I mean, I'm fine. I didn't have any permanent health damage because I stayed in the back, but the rest of y'all, not so good. Also, I think that's it. I think that's it.
We learned that haste is really cool.
Well, haste is pretty cool. Yeah.
Don't do drugs, kid.
Don't do drugs.
What?
You drew a card from the deck of many.
I drew a card from a deck of cards, and my friend who gives the best hugs told me that it was okay.
Which one's that?
And it wasn't okay because all of my magical items disappeared, including my earrings, so I can't hear people anymore. But then I remembered that I somehow can talk in people's minds, which made everyone much more unhappy than it should have.
Just to remind everybody, Ellie drew the Talon card.
Yeah. Also, non-spawn, but this deck of many things card pack is amazing. Also, our friend gave this to Josh for Christmas one year, and I hate you.
Hey, Seth, I'm finally using them.
Seth, sir, I could have died.
But yes, yep. So when you did draw the card disappeared from the deck. It went up in a cloud of ashes. So
yeah, that's cool.
It's no longer in the deck.
That's good. Hey guys, maybe that was the worst card. Maybe. As a person who is alive and not my D&D character, I know there are worse cards than that.
Yeah, I think that was the worst card you could draw.
That's probably the worst card that I could draw, yeah. Well, there's, I think, one that gives you, a disfigurement, too, maybe? I don't remember.
Draw? Find out?
No! No. Somebody else has to do it. Not it.
I would gladly, in a one-shot with Bradley, do something like that.
Just
if I knew it was
fucking
non-permanent. I don't want,
Yeah. Maybe in our Oops All Wizards one shot, guys, 2022, Oops All Wizards. Just look out for it, okay? We can get a hold of a deck of many things and all that chaos.
Yeah. Who'd like to...
Distant teasers.
Yeah.
Distant teaser. Or half teasers because who knows
Wizard
where
teasers.
this is going to fall in.
May not be that distant by the time. Anyway.
Matt, you had some actual notes. Do you want to clarify on anything?
I mean, she got the fight. We found out Joker can't fight his siblings. She got the thing about Juniper, reversing corruption, the death of many, drawing, and then I talked to Sappho a bit, the Djinn. She said she's going to go back to the Oasis, and she knows exactly where the queen is at all times. She's going to go, like, find the Royal Guard again. That's what she did before. I think that's about it. Do you have anything else? I mean, yeah, after the big fight, I know that I did some divination magic on some of our items, which is what led to the deck of many things being drawn to see what it does. And I also read up a little bit on the city of Baron, and found out a little bit of that backstory. Yeah, I think after the fight, we really just did little side projects before we ended.
I will add one thing that you did learn about Ace is that he has a pact with a being, an Esper, if you will.
Known as the Engine of Rot.
We learned that in the last episode, not the last episode.
Was it the last episode?
I don't know. That's the last thing I wrote down, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. But you also learned, I believe in this episode, that Joker himself is also beholden to a pact.
That was the last episode, too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
man.
those are the reasons why he couldn't attack Ace.
Also, he was a little bitch. You
Um,
heard me, Joker.
and Ellie just disappears for some reason.
Oh, shit. Turns out she was a magical item all along.
Yep, Talon took that one as well. But yeah, so...
You know what? I could have gotten the card that sends you to another plane and you're in a crystal, and then my friends would have had to figure out how to come save me. Or they'd be
I
there
don't know
forever.
if Becky would have gotten on that train.
Would we have even known?
We'd have to, I think, because we're kind of the main character.
No, you guys got it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are gonna have no problem getting into a summoner temple without me. No problem at all.
Guess we'll have to figure this out on our own.
Yep. I can only imagine you, Marquies, going in there with Ellie's summoner horn on top of your mask, being like, I'm totally a summoner.
Just affix it to the...
Fix it to the beak at the end.
It's double beaked.
Double beaked.
I've heard about being double cheeked. I've never heard about being double beaked.
You always double beak it.
Oh, man.
Some people get
What? All right.
straight people.
So, you guys have, for a lack of better terms, a decently peaceful evening. Everybody took watch last time. You wake up to the sounds and smells of breakfast being prepared. It looks like Sappho, as well as... Gonna cheat and look up Asher's mom's name here for a second. Juniper. Sappho and Juniper seem to be talking over the fire, and both of them seem to be cooking different aspects of breakfast, some kind of meats, and a couple of like biscuits near the fire, like camp biscuits, ash cakes, and
That's what you call me growing up.
ash cakes.
Ash cakes.
There you go. But they're having a pretty good conversation. You guys wake up. Those of you with corruption still have that HP missing that has not been healed just yet. So, you will still have that corruption affecting your maximum HP. So please remember, you wake up and that immediately feels on your body. You can feel that corruption affecting like your overall health, and some of you wake up with aches and pains, some of you wake up with like phlegmy cough. It feels, for lack of a better term, like a really bad flu.
You don't look too good, Asher.
I don't feel great, but
Can I offer you a back massage?
I never say no to that.
Okay.
In and out. Okay.
Yeah.
Little do you know, Ellie just gets in there with the elbow. Very aggressive
deep
back
tissue,
deep
yes.
tissue massage.
Juniper notices that you're awake, Asher, and she kind of looks towards you and then also looks towards Din and is like, I can take some of the corruption off of one of you. Who should I help? She's asking you, Asher.
I feel like Din's the word. She really took a lot of that.
Okay, that's fine. I can help her out. And she goes over to you, Din, and she says, just lie still. I'm going to try to take some more of the corruption from you.
Still.
So she takes 14 points of corruption off of you.
Are you all better now?
All right.
Nice. How much points of corruption do you have?
Like 4?
Yeah, I think you only got hit once.
Because I think I normally like.
And I think Marquies
1.
got hit once as well.
Yeah.
Din got hit.
Several times.
Like,
Milos, did you get hit with corruption at all? I don't think you or any of the other casters did. Poppy did.
Poppy's fine. She only got hit for like 4.
Yeah, but you do see it. She's kind of like doing that hairball, like dry cough.
Poppy, you too, huh? I scoop her up and I put her in Asher's arms. You two have to be in quarantine together.
Remember to wear your mask, kids.
Mhm.
right?
Put the little mask on Poppy.
Oh.
But yeah, Juniper says, well, breakfast is about done. If one of you wants to go fetch some water, or if we want to just drink out of canteens, it's fine.
Oh, I can go get some water. Is there a river nearby?
There should be a stream, and she kind of points out to the southwest.
Okay. I wander off by myself.
Okay.
Seems to be
I'll go with her.
I've already
Probably
wandered. I walk the wrong way first and then go, wait.
You look back, and Milos is like following you, and is like, she said that way.
Milos, why are you coming?
Just in case, just curious, I haven't seen running water in a while. Perhaps,
Oh. Okay. Well, it runs, so that's exciting.
Yes. Perhaps they're fish.
They can stay in the water.
Oh, I like fish.
Why don't you both make me survival checks with advantage, since you were told the direction of,
You'd think I'd be good at survival.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, 18.
18?
17 or 20.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are able to, within about 4 minutes or so, you start hearing like a small babbling brook. And you come upon it easily enough. Do you have any containers to fill beside your canteens?
I don't think that I understood what we needed to do very well.
I didn't understand the assignment.
I'm sure I have some sort of
I have a water skin.
water skin, yeah, so I can fill that. But that's all I got.
Okay.
We can make several trips. It's not an issue.
As you see, Ellie is now digging through her regular backpack, which jingles heavily with change.
Oh, I have this bottle that I think a potion used to be in.
Do you also have the alchemy jug?
No, I have it.
Okay. Because I can actually imagine Ellie trying to fill the alchemy jug with water.
It's not working.
It'll work.
I just want water in this thing.
fills up with water from the inside. But yeah, I mean, you guys fill up your skins. So you've got full water skins. Are the rest of you doing anything else this morning, or just
Oh, I
eating
know.
breakfast?
I have a bowl.
We could fill that up and perhaps even catch something with the bowl.
Why would we need to catch anything?
Mushrooms?
In the water?
Yes.
I don't think that mushrooms grow in the water.
Okay. Well,
You want a fish? I can get you a fish.
Thought I was hearing. Yeah.
I mean, I can do that too. At the water.
Go ahead and make me a survival check, Ellie. Let's see if you can get a fish for Milos.
16.
16? Yeah, you managed to catch a small fish.
I do the Mulan thing and I go whack. I
Smack its head against a rock?
No, I put my hand in the water
Oh,
to grab the fish,
okay.
and then I hand it it wiggling to Milos.
I just break its neck quick.
Wow.
Violent.
I
What?
didn't know you were going to kill it.
It's not going to live outside of the water.
Well, you could have killed it away from me if you want to watch that kind of violence this early in the morning.
Sorry.
Damn.
Now you have fish, Milos.
Sweet.
I'm going to tell on you.
I'll slowly start to gnaw on it.
Alright.
You won't even cook it?
I don't know.
Sashimi.
Oh,
You're going to get bones.
Eh.
I heard it was a no-bonus day.
No bones day.
So you guys walk back to camp. Are any of you doing anything else at camp?
Becky wakes up in a real fucking mood.
Normal.
And I don't know. I think she's kind of just had it with all of you, and also she sees what's for breakfast, and she just thinks to herself, ass cakes again. And so she changes her cape of fashion out of protest to a picture of a city filled with screaming people on fire and a dragon just breathing down on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get a couple glances, I'm sure, from everybody. Definitely from Safu, who actually kind of looks over at you, change your cape to this, and then is like, "All right." Anybody else doing anything?
I have those new
toys.
Chill. Okay. I have the new anti-corruption stuff.
Yes.
Seeing as I did take one hit from it, I would like to try to. You know what? I'm gonna test it on myself. My new formula.
All right.
Let's see. So yeah, reverse corruption on a creature, 1d8 plus wisdom. What's my wisdom? I'm assuming I don't have to try to see if I hit myself.
Nope.
I'm willing and all.
Yeah. Just like drinking a potion.
3.
Plus your wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 3. Okay, so you
Yep.
still got a point of corruption.
Yep. Damn it.
It worked well enough, just not as well as you had hoped.
It might take some tweaking, but I think I'm definitely onto something with this here.
I guess there is one thing Becky will do that's actually productive.
Sure.
I think she wants to cast Detect Magic on a small silver bracer with a moonstone that she has. 10 minutes.
Remember, you also have the dust, too, but you had given that to Marquies to study
I
as
gave
well.
that to Marquise, and if he can make more of that shit, then he can have it. So.
Fair enough. So you're casting detect magic ritually, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you take 10 minutes and you set about doing all of your fun rituals. However you set your rituals up, Becky. I really want to know, what does a ritual for Becky look like?
I think she really tries to look like she's meditating and being mindful and shit, but inside is just fucking chaos, and she's like, I don't even know what I'm fucking doing, but she's just find your center, and bam, it happens. Because pack magic, and it doesn't really matter. So.
Yeah. Do the runes, the writing on your body, does that kind of begin to glow a little bit since you're channeling your pact magic?
Yeah. So I think where there's the runes and the etchings in her skin, you see almost kind of like it's almost as if the runes are hollow, they're cut in through her, and it almost looks like black smoke is billowing up her arm and into her eyes, which turn opaque black as she focuses in on her quarry.
All right. So you set about detecting magic on this bracer, and this bracer has the School of Illusion attached to it. Ooh.
Okay.
Are you doing anything with the bracer besides detecting magic?
I don't know. Oh, hey, I just found this. Does anyone want this? Not Ellie, because she'll make it disappear.
What is it?
I think it does illusion magic.
I mean, if it's a bracer, then maybe Ash should have
I could try it.
It's a bracelet, not a bracer.
Oh, I thought it was a
it.
bracer.
Oh, it's a bracelet?
Yeah, bracelet. My bad.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I might have written it down wrong.
Yeah, I'm looking at my item list, and I might have said it wrong too, but it's a bracelet. Okay. One of the thicker cuff bracelets.
Right. Okay. I'll be like, fuck it, and I put it on.
Alright, so as soon as you attach it to your wrist, there's a clasping sound. And
How good.
all of you looking after hearing that click on Becky's arm. It's not like I fastened this to my arm kind of thing where a bracelet would just maybe slide over your arm. It's a solid sounding click.
It's like that handcuff on cops.
Yep. You hear that sound, and it immediately attaches itself to your arm, left or right, whatever one you'd like. And suddenly, from the moonstone in the center, there is this beam of light that kind of pulses out from you, and all of a sudden, all of you are standing in some kind of illusory image. It looks to be like an image from a castle town, specifically what looks to be right in front of the gates. And suddenly you look overhead, this image is massive, it's illuminating a very large area around you, at least a 20-foot dome around you guys. So you're seeing this image playing, and you're actually hearing sounds, people traveling and doing commerce, and guards checking anything coming in through a drawbridge. You guys also see and hear for those of you for the first time, some, not Marquies or Asher, since they live in the bigger city and they see the richer folk take these rare vessels, but an airship come flying overhead. In fact, there are 5 of them flying in a V formation, and they seem to land just outside of this area here. And suddenly there are a number of figures like marching in heavy armor, but they're led by 2 individuals. They're led by an individual in this dark black armor with a helmet, and you immediately recognize this, Asher, as your armor that you're wearing right now. And this person has this very, like, dark sword at his side. It's not even in a scabbard, but you can see that it's sucking in the light around it. The gentleman standing next to him is carrying a halberd and kind of stops and puts one toe to the ground and has the other foot flat and puts the halberd behind him. His visage is also obscured. His face is by a helmet that looks to be like a dragon motif looking forward with a long flowing streamer behind it. His armor is kind of this dark blue with dragon motifs behind it. And suddenly someone comes out from the gate, and it's this very beautiful woman in a white dress. She has a bow slung around her back and very golden blonde hair with a circlet around her head, and she immediately rushes to the gentleman in the very dark armor, and he removes his faceplate.
His face.
Yes, just
Face
so
off.
face off. But he removes his faceplate, and you now see him for the very first time. A younger male, probably in his early 20s, flowing platinum white hair, and he has a very worried look on him, and the woman comes to him and is speaking with him, but you can't hear the words that they're saying, but you can tell the conversation that's going on. And you see him embrace her, but at the same time, he looks like he's just got a very worried visage on his face, or look on his face, and you catch a small glimpse of jealousy from the man standing next to them with the halberd. But immediately you see another man come from the drawbridge, and he looks to be in robes in kingly attire, and you hear him speaking, and you hear him say, "How did the mission go? Were you able to retrieve it?" And one of the soldiers that is also dressed in blacker armor, a couple of them come carrying like what are they called? They have like the rest on it, and then like 2 arms to carry it, kind of like a palanquin, but not for people, for like an ark, basically. And they set the chest down in front of this kingly person and open up, and you see that there is a large blue crystal contained within, and you just see this evil smile come across the king's face.
Becky? Are we all having a really big, like, hallucination together?
It's whatever this bracelet is. It's showing us a story.
Okay. Does that girl in the white dress look like the one that I summoned by accident? No, okay. Because I know I summoned somebody in a white dress once. In the tents.
No, she had a pink dress on.
Pink dress, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Is the illusion going? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the illusion's still going. Do I haven't read much of this book. Okay, so the king of Baron, his name was wiped from history. But do I see any, like, descriptors on this kingly man that fit what I read last night.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep, he has
That's
the crest of Baron, like, on his chest plate that he is wearing, so...
I'm pretty sure this is the King of Baron. He was a really evil son of a bitch. Anyway, what else does the image portray?
So, everything is starting to move inside of the castle. The image itself does not follow, but it almost seems to pause for a moment. And when you stand up and you start walking around, Becky, as part of, checking this illusion out, the illusion moves around you instead of the illusion taking you somewhere. You are taking this somewhere. Go ahead and make me a perception check real quick.
Perception is going to be a 22.
So you notice that there are two figures kind of standing off on a road going south of you and one going east. They seem to be small children with kind of walnut brown hair, and they're dressed in like these striped pants with acolyte robes, we'll call it. One of them has a staff, while the other one has like a metal staff with a gem on top, and the other has kind of this wooden staff that seems to kind of do this little crook, and it has a gem in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like both of them are beckoning you, so it looks like there is a choice here to be made.
I'll approach them.
Which one? There is one on the road to the east and one to the south.
Okay. One to the east.
East. So as you walk that direction, this child seems to cast something, and the illusion is zoomed along the path that they are on. And suddenly you see yourself back in the city itself. And it looks like the underground city that you guys were at. And further back along, past the museum that you see, you actually see that there had been a church. And inside of that church, you see as this familiar figure from a few days ago, which Ellie had summoned, this green-haired girl, seems to be conducting some kind of ritual inside of the church. And in front of her, you see this massive crystal, which looks exactly like the Titan Faith crystal, only a different color. And you see as she steps into the crystal after absorbing a number of pyroflies, and her visage changes. And you see as a... just catch it briefly going out the door, but you see a man in this white armor, again with white flowing platinum white hair, close the door behind him and lock it.
Okay. Okay, so a man in white armor went through the door and locked it.
Mm-hmm.
And the green-haired girl that Ellie has been summoning is now getting sucked into an Aeon crystal, or maybe an Esper crystal?
Yep, a faith crystal, so...
That's like what happened to Reese.
Okay.
Was the guy that was in the white armor look like the guy that was in the black armor?
You didn't really get a look at him as he was leaving.
Okay, and then it's like what happened with, like Titan's crystal, like, is she reemerging as the faith that crystal's associated with it?
She doesn't reemerge from the crystal, but she is fused now with the crystal, and her form kind of takes the shape, kind of a draconic shape. She still kind of has the green hair flowing out, but there seems to be, like, dragon-esque features to her, and the crystal itself seems to be a little bit hollow, as there is this constant swarm of, like, smoke or mist that is twirling at the bottom.
Still there all these years later. We didn't look, but
Could be. What color is the crystal?
It is clear.
Clear. I guess I'm gonna go up to the crystal.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you examine the crystal and you see even more, as it looks like the girl with the green hair has, like, half shifted into this creature. Like, one half of her has taken on, like, draconic appearances with these kind of white scales along her arm.
We're seeing this too, right?
Mhm.
Can I like go up and like touch it, or is it just an
It's
illusion?
an illusion, so your hand passes through it.
Is it not? It's not someone that I know, is it?
Hmm?
So maybe it's not an Aeon and it's an Esper.
You don't know.
Well, if we saw one crystal get taken into this city, and then there was one in this church, it's possible they're still in the ruins somewhere, both of them. And if those are out there, those are liabilities.
What do we do?
Especially, I don't know. You know what? I didn't even know I put on this stupid bracelet. We have our own mission to do right now, and
This
just
might
need
be
to figure
important for
that
us to find. You know,
Well, I would like to point out that just based on what we've seen so far, whatever these images are may be related. Ellie has
maybe
already summoned someone.
that city that we saw at the beginning isn't the same as the city that we went to before, is it? Are they the same city? Okay. Is it the same crystal that they brought to the king that we just saw too?
No.
Okay.
The crystal that they brought to the king was it was more shaped like you would think of an actual crystal. It was about this big, and it was securely set into like an arc type coffin. So it was not the faith crystal.
Baron, the city that we were in, that was the destroyed city?
Very good chance of it, since you saw the Museum of Baron and you...
Yeah. Okay. Well, we need to go and save Garuda, but maybe we need to go back to Baron to make sure that this crystal, maybe Joker knows if this is still there. If it's an Esper.
yeah, let's work on Garuda first. We can come back to Baron.
And if it's a summon, then maybe I should interact with it and see if it can help us. I already summoned her once, and she was helpful, except for that she almost killed all of you.
Well, she was
Yeah, well,
pretty close.
we're not all perfect, except
Write that down.
We're not all perfect?
Becky, you catch a glimpse back at the door, and you see the more male, slightly male, as they were twins. You see the slightly more masculine figure, if you can call that for a child. He has a different flat top haircut, as opposed to actually having like a full ponytail as the other one did. But you see him now as he's the one with the metal staff. You see him like beckoning you towards the door.
yeah, I follow.
So you follow out, and the image again moves swiftly, and you see that just a little further along the city is the castle, just past where this church is. and you see now that you are in like a high tower of the castle, and you see an older version of this child now writing furiously in a book, and you see immediately that he is writing something in an arcane nature, as you see every once in a while, like he's writing glyphs that describe spells or something along those lines that you've seen before in magical books that you've obtained. And he... Go ahead.
Can I interpret any of his glyphs and writing?
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check while you're checking it out.
That's a 13.
I mean, with a little more help, maybe some time to study this, you might be able to read it all, but you are able to catch a word of this particular spell that seems like he's been working on for a very long time. And this particular spell says tornado.
Okay.
What?
I like the name.
You don't like the name?
I love that's called ancient magic. You don't cast that. Pages
Maybe that's why it's in a book.
Triggered.
But yeah, you catch the name is about all you catch. You don't catch like any of the formulas or any of the practice or anything, but you're able to quickly decipher the name as he closes up the book, and then you see him as he places it in this pedestal and casts a little bit of magic over it, and then places a glass top over top.
Maybe we really should go back. Maybe we should have used this bracelet there. We're 2 days away or more now. Maybe 3.
We'll just have to come back to this.
I think it's a good
because
idea
we
for
can't
us to
do
come
anything
back.
now.
Especially if there is an Aeon down there. I mean, I thought that I knew all the Aeons, but there could be more summons that I don't know about. I mean, there definitely is. I've summoned 2 people.
Wait. When we were down there is when you summoned her.
Yeah.
Actually, there could be a connection there. But I agree, it's something we're going to
I think
come
that
back to.
Garuda comes first, because she's in danger, and then I think maybe we should go back there. And we can check on Mama on the way.
Barren has been uninhabited for years and years, so I think you'll be fine waiting a little longer.
Yes, I
Garuda's the main thing.
Yeah, Garuda is very important for us to help right now. And we're close. Ish, I think.
Well, I think, is there more that you have to, that you think there is to get out of this?
I tap the bracelet.
It powers down the illusion.
I'm assuming that's a no. Well,
There was another, like, one of the twins that I was following, so maybe they have more information, but we can do that another time.
yes, we've
Really should
already
gain the trail.
gleaned quite a bit. I think we've spent a good amount of time prepping the morning. We should probably get moving.
How long until we get there now?
Juniper, who was looking around at all of this and oh, okay, this is happening, is now oh, well, we're just a few hours away now, so about 6 hours or so.
Oh, look at there's your day. Excellent.
That's wonderful. Well, shall we?
Yes.
No, the
Oh!
thing in the sky?
Hmm?
The thing in the sky? I
Yeah.
want one of those.
What?
They're incredibly expensive.
Oh, we
I'll show
found
her.
one. Look, Becky, show her.
Yeah, we have a model.
Oh,
A little tiny ship.
yeah, I pull out the tiny ship.
The tiny ship
okay.
doesn't look anything like the airships that you had seen, as those airships had been basically a boat with propellers on top and then on the side for propulsion. This figure that you have is like completely encased, so it looks much different.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think these are the same thing.
I'm gonna get one of those.
Okay, we'll get one. Oh, actually, before we leave, one more thing, because my boobs are very heavy.
Oh.
That's a good excuse.
How much money does everyone have?
Not a lot.
I think I looked them up.
What's Mooney?
I think I have just like my starting goal.
I don't think I could carry another penny
Oh yeah,
as I jingle.
Oh, I was just gonna give everyone 50 gold.
Oh, but if you're handing it out.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. We'll just
I don't think I've ever had gold.
Your very own gold, Asher.
Yeah.
Juniper's like, don't spend it all in one place now.
never had one of these. Now I have 50.
Right. I had 15. I think that's just starting.
I've
Right.
just been, I didn't realize how much money we had, and then when my bag of holding exploded, there was all this money that Joker gave us, and I thought it would just be fair to share. Also, it was heavy, and I don't need 400 gold,
Oh my god.
or
Well,
however much it was.
there you go.
485.
What?
Oh, you were.
485.
485.
Yeah, that's the exact number.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You're on
We
your
spent
way.
a little bit of that, though. I didn't have that
You are
much in my
still
inventory,
less than
but-
1%.
Yeah, we spent some because
So
I bought
that's-
all of the jewelry that we bought at that shop and stuff.
No, I don't know, because I have that written down for us.
Yep.
But as everybody's getting ready to leave, Milos Sappho comes up to you and says, "Is there any documents or letters that you'd like me to bear to the Queen?"
I think I had a letter from the Maester that said that they're going to send people, but I don't know if she already knew about that or not. Like the Queen already knew about that, because I think it just basically said that they were going to send troops to the border. But if I can't remember if she knew about that or not. I'll give her that document.
Okay.
And say, please let her know I am sorry I'm not able to deliver this in person, as I would prefer to be there to tell her, but at least she'll get the message.
Fair enough. And she gathers up her belongings, bids you all farewell, and heads back on the road southeast.
I liked her. I'm glad that I didn't lose all my magical items before we met her.
Right, yes, that would have been bad.
Huh.
But the plus side is I get to keep the doorknob because it's not magical anymore. As I pull out the doorknob.
Yeah, you just have a doorknob.
I'm keeping it for memories. I'll put it in a shadow box when I get home.
Okay. And then Juniper loads up everything and says, "All right, we should hit the road. We should get there just past midday, so if all goes well."
Now I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Well, I'm going to have to go into the temple to see Garuda. And, that didn't go very well last time.
Actually, you know what? Well, since we still have a couple hours.
I can introduce you to Reese's father.
What? I don't know. I was going to ask.
He's another summoner, so maybe he could be helpful to have a friend.
Where is this person there?
Yeah.
Where we're going?
Yes, he's the one who trained me.
Oh.
Maybe not the best trainer, and since I failed my summoner exam, I also didn't listen.
Yes, I believe that would not be something to place blame
What?
upon them.
What did you say?
Yep, see, this is exactly the problem. Either way, I guess, well, what can you share with us?
About what?
Garuda.
She's beautiful.
What do we expect when we get there?
It's windy. Oh, I don't know if we'll have to complete the, I hope we don't have to complete
The trial?
yeah. Because I failed it last time, and I'm a little traumatized.
Is it gonna be the same one?
Well,
I don't know if it's always the same. I imagine it is.
you completed one now? Maybe...
I wouldn't call that completing a trial, because that's not what the trials are like. We did complete murder.
Well,
We, in fact, were almost murdered ourselves.
We're good at murder, right?
When I failed the Garuda exam, I didn't get murdered. So that's good.
well, none of us got murdered.
You have been dead at least once. I don't know if you were murdered.
That was not during or as a result of the previous...
I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know what to expect, Marquies. It could be like when we went to Titan and he was gone, and we had to find him and fight him. I don't know if that's gonna be the same for Garuda or not. I hope not. She's breezy.
I'm not... Is that a euphemism?
No. She's just wind. I make air sound flappies with my arms.
Good. Okay.
And I'll do some minor allusion to like the wind behind me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
I honestly don't know what to expect.
Good. Well, it's a good thing that,
Like I said, we may have to find someone to put in the crystal. Or
no, I don't see...
Or
this
Asher's
is not...
mom will be able to help us remove the corruption with her magic bracelet.
Wait, last time Titan threw people at me.
Yeah, Garuda won't throw people at you. She'll just throw you in the air.
That's not too bad, actually. I can fly.
Oh, it might be difficult for you to fly without the wind.
I'll fall down.
Actually, that seems fair. Okay.
I
So,
should wear pants, just in case.
it's a good thing that someone knows at least something about what we're getting into.
That's why I suggested
That's
that
there.
we talk to Reese's father, who is the summoner there.
Who is there?
Yeah.
Great.
I don't know if he is the guardian of the temple, because again, I don't pay attention. And also, I don't know if that's what the DM has him as.
Wouldn't talking to him be like cheating on your test?
What do you mean?
Right? Wouldn't he know the trial? Would that be cheating?
What? I already failed the trial. Oh, I see. I understand.
Are these things like you can take the test more than once?
No.
Is that what
Usually,
you
if you fail a summoner test, you can't be a summoner anymore. So,
So you can't be a summoner.
but I am.
Summoner.
Can you
This
see what the
seems like
conundrum
a problem.
She's already cheated the test. I like this.
is? I basically failed the test, but then paid off the dean.
Where did you learn this?
Oh, I read it in a book. There was some
This
dirty
was not
things
in one of
that
my
happened
books.
too, but I didn't do that. No, this wasn't in one of your books,
Good, because I would have not known where that came from.
though.
Not that I know where any of the stuff that you're telling me from these books is coming from. Either way, okay, good.
You have
So
a new
you can't
love
be a
interest in
summoner.
every book.
Somehow you still are. That seems like a problem.
Did you?
And then,
I don't
but
think any of them.
at least someone who is there knows what they're talking about. So, great. I guess
I told you all
we'll
the
find
moment I
another
met you that I
topic to
wasn't
talk
meant to
about
be. That I wasn't.
for
a
the
summoner.
next hour.
Well, you're lucky that I was given sanction by the Grand Maester before he died to be an official summoner, or else we would be breaking lots of laws.
Oh, right, I forgot. You were
Like
given a pass.
So
That makes
many
you the
laws
only...
we would be breaking. I would be in prison.
Are you the only one who has been given a free pass after failing?
Maybe. It's because I'm the best.
Okay, but you just said that you've not. Yes, you know what?
I'm joking. It's a joke. I'm the worst. I can't even summon Titan. I keep summoning random dead people. That's
And
not
Poppy.
normal. And I'm frightened. But it's okay.
Can you summon him?
No,
Oh,
no.
we've talked about this.
He has to be all the way dead for me to summon him, I think.
Okay, first of all, I'm not dead.
No, he wasn't. Now
Keep
he's
saying
alive.
that, but I don't believe you.
Oh, wait, you hear?
I
I
have-
told you to sniff him. If he smells bad, then he's dead.
What?
It's just girl talk.
Oh my god, are we there yet?
6 hours later.
Oh shit, we have gone way too far. We gotta turn around. Missed the turn.
So after some inner talking to you, amongst you all, you do see in the distance your first glimpse of the K-Wood. The city itself is palisade walled, so there seems to be a number of timbers built up as a wall to this city. Though beyond the city, you look up and there are a number of massive growing trees, and amongst these giant redwood trees, you see that a lot of them have rope bridges between them. A lot of them have windows with lights and people moving around. So it seems like, yes, there is a ground presence. There is probably a market or so, but a lot of the life in this city seems to be in the trees themselves.
Interesting. Treehouse people.
Reminds me of home. I hate it.
Grew up in treehouses?
No, but everything was a long drop.
There, as you guys get closer to the gates, there are a number of guards that are known as the Tree Speakers, which Ellie and Din would know from their time traveling this way with a group of Tree Speakers. They wear this earthen colors, brown with green, lightly camouflaged against the browns of the palisade wall. And you see that a couple of them have a couple of pole arms there at the gates, and they don't seem to really be stopping anybody, but they are monitoring people. The throng of people going to and fro are a lot of Vieira, actually. There is quite a strong Vieira presence here. There are also a number of elves, especially. There are also a couple of creatures that you see fly overhead with feathered wings. They look to be humanoids. Some of you may know them as Agile. And you even see one or two humanoids that seem to be growing like deer antlers, or like small stag antlers that are just like pure white. But not many of you have run into this type of folk before. Yeah, you do see a number of elves, and there's a mix of folks, like a couple of centaurs walking around, loxodons, even a couple of minotaur, some owl folk and rabbit folk as well. But the vast majority are elves and Vieira, and even a few Mikote.
Well, this is quite a diverse.
Isn't it
Center.
beautiful? It's not as loud as your city. It's still loud, though.
The din of this town is definitely quite a bit lower. Yeah. lower in height. No, I'm just kidding.
What'd you say?
is definitely quieter than it had been in the capital city. So, which is odd for the number of people that are here. Like every once in a while, you'll hear some talking, but most tones are kept to just a low, casual talking.
It's not quite the hustle and bustle that
Can you tell me how?
I'm used to.
Can you tell me how to say Reese's father's name? Because I gave him an elven name and I don't know how to pronounce it. Did you write it down?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh. Why did I give him a stereotypical elven name?
Oh, maybe I didn't.
You need to spell it for you?
Yeah.
It's Ianlar.
L-A-R?
Yeah.
Inlar?
Inlar?
Yeah.
Sure. I was like, Ian. Einlar.
Inlar. Yes.
That's my new character's name.
Ian.
Ilar.
Einlar, you said?
Inlar.
Inlar, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Like in-law, but in-lar.
Oh gosh, but you did. No, that's the last name, Iliar.
No, it's in-lar.
Oh, it's Inlar Iliar? You really okay?
Oh.
Of course, you would make it double eyes for me. All right.
I didn't do it on purpose. It's because I just hit the random.
He must be a great
Name.
seer because he's got 2 eyes.
Yeah, right.
I hit the
Elvish
random
seer.
name generator button a bunch of times until I found the name I liked. Unfortunately, it already picked the last name before I picked the first name, and I
Sure.
forgot. So
Okay, well.
it's Inlar Iliar.
Okay. Ooh.
It'd be funny if he was blind.
I won't tell anybody if we
Yeah.
change his name right now.
No, it's canon now.
God.
It is on stream.
Okay.
That name is getting right.
Yeah, because we
Okay,
can't edit.
So we're here. Do we want lunch? I know a good bistro. Do we want to find an inn? Or do we want to go and see Reese's father? What? We've been
Or-
walking all day.
It's been 2 hours.
It's been 6
6.
hours.
It feels like it's been 2 hours.
Is it because you've been talking to me this whole time? I know. I'm such a character.
No.
Her ears just droop.
I say, do you know if there's any shops that sell magic scrolls or something?
I mean, you didn't really look for these kind of things when you were here.
Oh, I only read, novels. I don't read scrolls very often. Nor do I need them for magic. So,
Well,
Wow, that seemed kind
there's
of...
a very nice library.
there's this fill in your own spells section in my back of my astral and umbral elemental book, and I just really want to try out some stuff. So
Maybe
Keep an eye
Inlar
out.
knows of a spell scroll place.
it's that.
I said maybe Inlar knows of a spell scroll place. I realized that that's Reese's father.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, maybe we should stick to our mission first and find this guy.
And then we can go shopping.
Okay,
Shopping.
so we're gonna go
boy.
find him, and we are going to make sure that Elspeth, that's me, doesn't say anything about how Reese was never was alive and then dead again. We're just not gonna talk about it at all, okay?
Yes, you should not talk
We're not
about
gonna
that.
we're not gonna let Elspeth bring it up. We're not gonna let Elspeth talk about how Grandmeister's dead. We're not gonna let Elspeth talk about how we're wanted criminals, okay? We're gonna.
You know what's really quite difficult about this situation is you're the person who needs to talk to him,
Yeah.
but you're also the person that shouldn't do the talking.
Yeah. So, just if you feel like I'm going off subject and I'm getting ready to drop a bunch of truth on him, just pinch me a little. Somebody. Pinch me.
Oh, I'm ready.
Becky's got your
Do you have
back.
magic hand?
Or just tell me to shut up. Just straight up. Just tell me to shut up. That works too.
Shut up.
I'm sure this will go flawlessly.
This will
This
not.
bitch keeps tempting me.
This bitch is working my last nerve.
I hope he's home. Sometimes he does travel still, but I don't know if he has recently. So, we'll see, I guess.
Let's,
Lead them to his house.
In Lara's house is in one of the western side trees, what they call the arbor level, which is where most of the housing is. These trees seem to be a little more tight-knit. They grow a little bit closer than the other trees in the other districts as you walk along. And the rope bridges seem to connect more trees together. Ellie, you would know from being around here that while everybody does have a separate family, everybody's regarded as a part of the community that is allowed to live on the arbor level because they're a trusted member of this community. They've been a member of this community, or their families have been a member of this community, so they don't let just anybody have houses here.
Before we go farther, I do take my summoner horn off and I put it in my bag. I don't quite know how I'm going to broach the subject of me being a summoner, even though I failed my summoner exam yet. So just like...
That
maybe
might be one thing you actually should tell us.
Yes, I just haven't quite figured out how to, with also lying.
What do you mean?
I guess I could just tell him I met the Grand Maester.
You do not need to tell him more than is necessary.
I don't think you understand. I shouldn't have been able to become a summoner.
I was able to gather that
So I
on
don't
a
know how
6-hour walk.
Exactly. So I don't know how to explain to him that I am one now, and it's not illegal.
It's fine to say that you met the Grand Maester and he...
I
don't know.
Weird.
Does that count as a pardon? What is the rule set on that?
I'll figure it out as I go, okay? That's probably...
Just say... You
go.
don't have to tell him the Grand Maester is...
Maybe he doesn't know yet. Maybe it's not common knowledge.
Well...
We haven't really
I
been in
feel like
civilization
things like that
since
may or
we
may
left
not be.
there. So...
And do airships pass this? I've never had one travel here.
The K-Wood is very close to the Wall of Mist, like within maybe an hour walking distance. So
I should
no.
also let you know that we're only maybe an hour away from the Wall of Mist. And also, no, airships don't come this way.
Okay, good. So the likelihood is that he may not have heard unless, well, I suppose we have been doing a lot, so a runner could have. You know what? There's a chance.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Just only mention that you've met him, and he said
Okay,
you are
maybe we
allowed.
should have a game plan. We need him. What kind of information do we need from him?
Okay, everyone, what are things that she should never say?
No, I need things that I should ask.
Everything.
No, what should I
Okay,
ask?
technically the
Like,
truth.
should I ask, has anything weird been happening with Garuda?
Yes.
Should I ask, can you help us get into the temple?
Yes.
Because we can go into the temple, but we can't go into the temple, right? You know? I mean, we can't, I don't know how it works, Josh.
There's a foyer.
Yeah, but we can't go, like, into the temple.
You can't go past the trial chamber, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to need help to get to Garuda, you see. So we're going to have to figure out how to explain to him why we need to do that. But also without mentioning what happened to Reese.
We could just say that we've been sent by the Grand Maester to investigate because we heard something was going to be done.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yes! Okay, we have a game plan, I think.
Are you a good liar?
No!
I mean, I'm okay at being...
This is going to fall apart as soon as we get in there.
It's gonna be lovely.
Yeah. It's great.
Maybe I should bring him a pie. He likes pie. We don't have
Fine,
time.
your son's dead.
We've already gotten into the home district. No, he already thought that his son was dead. We're just not going to tell him that he was actually alive the whole time and now is actually dead.
Did we pass a bakery by chance on the way through?
You know what? Roll me a perception check.
Roll for pie.
Roll for pie. Yeah, you know what? Not even a perception. Let's have you do just a straight charisma roll.
Oh, okay. Like
Yeah, whatever you roll plus your charisma.
my charisma is +4, I think. So 20.
20. So you ask around. Most of the folk here are like, well, you're in the Arbor District, so you kind of passed it. But if you go back a little ways, there should be a bakery. But it's kind of late for anything sweet when you ask. So they're like they're probably making meat pies by this time, or probably not anything sweet. Those are usually made in the morning.
Would he like a meat pie, or would he prefer a sweet pie?
I'll leave that up to you, Ellie. What you know his character?
Maybe he likes all pie. Indiscriminate.
I don't believe that he's a vegetarian. So we could bring an offering of dinner.
That would help, grease the wheels a bit.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get some meat pies.
Sure. So you find the bakery, and you're able to attain enough pies for everybody to have a small pie. We'll call it 8 silver.
I'll pay for it. I'm putting this through this torture.
No.
I don't have silver. I just pay a gold, and he paid 2 silver as a tip.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Huh.
I mean, they're pretty happy to receive a gold.
Thank you. Have a blessed day. Wait, what's the thing that the summoners say?
Hmm?
What's the thing that the summoners say?
Or are you actually giving a summoner greeting?
What's the thing that they say when they leave? What's the thing that they say? I forgot.
They say go with the faith.
Yeah, go with the faith. It's just not just summoners that say that though, is it? It's just like everybody.
Those of the faith religion.
Yeah. So that I'll
Why
say
she
thank you and
failed
go
with
with the
that.
faith.
Yeah.
Right.
What's that thing I'm supposed to do?
Yeah.
Guys.
And they do the
Garuda be with you.
they do the they do the
Mhm.
whole bowing to you.
Look, guys, I got this job. Elspeth is like, look, my parents own the business. I inherited it. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Mhm.
Why did my resume?
I lied to my resume.
It's nepotism.
I paid off for this degree. I didn't even go to class.
That's what our governor is being investigated for. Anyway.
She quit. It's fine.
Still needs to be investigated. Anyway, so you find enough warm pies for everybody to have like a small pie.
Ellie buys a mini quiche for herself that's just like eggs and spinach. No meat.
That's fine.
She's not gonna eat meat pie.
What?
You look at Marquies, and Marquies is just like,
No, it wasn't Elspeth, it was me. Elspeth was like, you want to fight about it?
Mhm.
You want to fight about my vegetarianism?
Wait, doesn't he put cheese in it, so it's not...
She's not a vegan. She's
She's
she's not a vegan, she's vegetarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll eat animal byproducts.
So you grab your quiche and your pies, and you make your way back into the Arbor District. Ellie, you know that he is within one of the center trunks, about third story. So you
We're going to go up some stairs now. Sorry.
you go inside the center of this massive redwood, and there is a spiral set of stairs that go along the inside. There's a number of people congregating down here. It looks to be like what you would imagine like a communal area being. So there are a number of different people talking and just kind of having drinks. There are like a number of tables down here. They're just kind of communicating and like the quad or whatever you want to call it at on campus, wherever you would
Do I
go to
recognize
congregate.
any of these people?
Not really. You didn't visit the city that often. But you go up 3 flights of stairs, and you see on the door to...
When we get up to the top, I'm like, there is a magical lift that some people can take, but I thought that we could walk.
Just walk 6 hours, but yeah, sure.
There is not a magical lift.
So she just lied.
Yeah.
She lied about being a bad liar.
I'm retconning that. No, there's not a magical
No
lift in
magical.
here.
How do they get their stuff up there? They just carry it?
Or they haven't flown up.
Oh, yeah. Levitation spell.
But as you reach the 3rd floor, you find this door, and on the door in Elven is the Iliar name. So any of you that read Elven can read this. This door seems to be shut.
I knock on the door.
You hear, like, this very soft, huh? And then there's a shuffling of feet, and you hear as the door starts to swing very slowly open, just a crack to kind of peek out to see who it is.
Inlar?
Elspeth?
Yes!
What are you doing here?
I brought you meat pies.
It's a little early for dinner, but okay.
And friends. I mean, I didn't bring you friends, but I brought my friends.
And he says, graceful as ever, I see.
Yes.
And he, like, pushes the door closed, and you actually hear a number of, like, physical locks being, like, disbarred, a chain being removed.
That seemed not normal for him.
Mm-hmm. You also hear him chanting something, and a little whoosh of magic seems to...
That's not
A little wave of arcana hits those of you trained in it. And then finally you see him open the door, and as he opens the door, he is dressed in this very long green and golden robes with the front open, and he has this small silver breastplate on with dark pants and what looks to be like silver gilded sandals. He is an older elven male, a little bit of a soul patch. While you don't see this on many elves, he does have this very, very small wisp of facial hair. He is definitely old enough to the point where his hair has started to show signs of graying, while it still keeps some of its auburn coloration. There is definitely some streaks of whites. He has very long hair pulled back and braided with a little metal braid at the bottom that seems to have a couple of bells on there.
Can we come in?
He kind of looks everybody over rather suspiciously. He also, which is new, Elspeth, he also has what seems to be like this very ornate bandana draped over his left eye. And he's got like this scarring down his cheek.
What happened to your face?
He kind of looks out the door a little bit, and then he looks over every one of you, and you feel this, like, not just his physical gaze, but you feel like you're almost being pierced through by his sight, each and every one of you. And he looks back at you, Elspeth, and says, "You can vouch for them?"
Oh yes, I met them 2 weeks ago and I love them all.
Of course. And he kind of, like, rolls his good eye, and he says, "Come in quickly."
Okay. Has it been 2 weeks? I don't know.
It's been about 2 years.
Perfect.
Come in quickly.
Yes, quickly. We come in.
So as he rushes you guys...
I took my summoner horn off, but I still Poppy summon, so Poppy hops in too.
He kind of looks at it as it comes in, and he's
she
like...
she looks up at him and she's like,
And he kind of does one of those, like, pointing to you, pointing to...
I told you to hide.
Is your father here? That's not possible.
Oh no, he's dead. I know you're getting old, but he's been dead for a while.
And he's just kind of nods in agreement. He's like, right.
I pick up Poppy. No, I was gonna break this in a different... I'm a summoner.
I'm a summoner.
And he just starts laughing.
Well, I
He
told
lets
you
out this deep
it was
belly
gonna fall
roll
apart
laugh.
immediately.
Oh, jeez, I didn't think that would be the reaction that he had. Boy, it's a long story.
Right. And he closes the door and you see him, like, latching it. There's, like, 3 different styles of latching. There's a chain, there's a bolt, there's...
I don't remember quite this many locks the last time I was here.
And he, like, touches a couple of glyphs on the inside of the door, and
Or
you
the
see
glyphs.
a couple of spells kind of go off. And they seem to, like, ripple around the room, not just the door itself. He goes, well, I've had some visitors.
What happened?
And he, like, watches the ripple go through the wall and waits for it to, like, hit itself.
Oh, right. I always forget. This is Asher. And this is his mom, Juniper. And Marquies. And Din. And Milos. He gives the best hugs. He's also royalty. And Becky.
Oh no. No, you're not. You're not. Do not. Just stay the course. We've got
And
this.
Marquies is famous.
God damn it.
And he looks over and he says, and that one?
Din?
Din.
Oh, she has so many animals. Alysia?
Not in here, as he kind of points to the rather cramped
Poppy's
surrounding.
just like sniffing around and everything, and found a pillow to curl up on.
And that's Poppy. That's Poppy.
How did you... That's not yours, obviously. You're not a summoner.
I could have swore you literally just said that.
Which one of you is the summoner?
It's me.
You can't be a summoner. You failed.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you said that with some like really deep conviction.
He's
Yes,
not wrong.
when
I
a
did
summoner
fail.
fails, they're unable to communicate with the faith and are unable to summon.
It's really interesting that didn't work.
Oh, she has an inside guy.
Yes.
Becky.
That's actually why we're here. We're, here
Like,
on
really inside.
Okay. Okay, wait.
Sure.
Okay, you first. What happened to you? Who attacked you?
No. I want to hear the rest of what the Catman was going to say.
Oh, why, thank you. And I bow, and just like a toothy maw.
It's Milos.
Yes, Milos, Novak, I presume. You are here on behest of the Grand Maester. She specifically asked him for a mission, and he wanted us to come and check on things in the temple here. He heard of some potential stirrings with Garuda, and we're just doing some reconnaissance for him.
He's got this right look on his face as he crosses
Yes.
his arm and
Milos
leans
is
against
correct.
one of
we
them.
we need... No? Okay.
Go ahead and make me a deception roll.
Oh no.
I'm not great at
I start talking in Marquies' head, like, I think we're gonna have to tell him the truth, Marquies. You're right, this is falling apart.
That's 11.
11? You feel again that piercing gaze go through you, and he's starts to kind of stroke the tiny bit of chin hair that he has, and he says, "Right. Well, I mean, of course, if the Grand Maester sent you, he would have sent you with documents to show that you could enter the temple and check on Garuda."
Oh, I'm certain that he probably would have, except for that he's
No.
Disposed.
disposed. Correct.
Yes.
But
He's very
first,
vicious.
I can show you something. Poppy.
And then I like unsummon her so she disappears, and I can resummon her as a bonus action because of her necklace. So then I, like, snap. Come back.
This is going over swimmingly.
She comes back in my arms. I summon her back in my arms.
That should not be possible.
Yes, I actually have about 600 questions regarding some other things that I've been summoning. I can talk about that, right?
Sure.
I don't know if that's...
He kind of crosses his arm again and is like, "What are you not supposed to talk about, Elspeth?"
She is not supposed to talk about a lot of things that she's not going to talk about because she's very good at following the rules.
And he, like, eyeballs you down.
Marquies took me to a sex club.
That's fine. That's fine.
Look, mister, it's not how
It wasn't a sex club. It was a safe place.
There's some things we're not proud of.
Okay,
Some
well,
things we are
okay.
proud of.
okay. I don't know how to ask him for help without telling him what's going on.
That's,
I scream in Marquies' head.
Just potentially.
So I'm just aggressively
do that.
staring at Marquies.
He's famous. Did you tell him he's famous? He's
I
famous.
did tell him Marquies
Okay.
is famous.
Is he the prince? Did you tell him he was a
I
prince?
did.
Okay, I
Marquies
will
has 6 books written about him. I'm on book 2.
So, okay.
Marquies is Marquies is a famous detective, and that's why we're on this case. That's what we should have said. That's what we should have said. We improved. Yes, I know.
Oh my god, guys. Someone who's had people talk behind her back her entire life. Maybe we should just be forthright. Hey, mister, I'm sorry, what was your name again?
And he kind of looks at you in a gaze like, "I can't believe you've
Inlar.
forgotten. My name is Inlar."
In-law. Okay. So, Mr. In-law,
It's
So-
not. It's in
Oh,
law.
The in-law.
It's not in law.
real quick question. How close were you to your son?
Becky, shut up. Becky, no, Becky.
Do you want to see your son?
He kind of looks down and he says, "He was my pride and joy before he passed away."
I just stare at
Yeah.
him really uncomfortably, like.
And I tell you what, he would make you super proud if you knew what he did in his last moments, too.
Becky.
You were there at his
somebody
last
please-
moments?
Can somebody please shut her up, please?
I'm sorry. What?
You
what
were-
do you
no,
mean
hold
of his
on a
last
second.
moments?
You were there at his last moments?
Okay, we all were.
Yes.
Yes.
Brutal.
Okay,
honesty.
okay,
You were
this is-
here when he
No,
was...
okay, this is falling apart. This is completely falling apart. Okay, so I left home and I went to the Capitol and I met all of these people when we all got robbed. It was a big deal. And we met
Don't-
this guy in a
don't lump me
mask.
with this
He calls
one.
himself Joker, and he hired us to go and pretend to be a summoner. He hired me to pretend to be a summoner, and these guys to be my guardians. And we went to the temple, and I just tell him everything. She's cracked under pressure.
Oh no.
She's completely cracked under
And I'm just
pressure.
like,
It's been 5 minutes and she's like, "Whoa."
Oh, don't look at me. This is going to happen anyway.
Also, because I've already ruined everything that we planned on saying, the Grand Maester's dead.
yep, you're just gonna drop that one right there. Right there, just
Yes, I am. But he
just
really
do
did.
not share any more
he really did
information.
send us on this mission. He asked us to help.
Do not say any more.
I mean, what I said wasn't technically a lie. I mean, he
Oh
knew
my.
that.
And he
Daruda
sent us
had
here because
danger.
Daruda is in danger. Next.
You said all of these things, and his facial expression has not changed.
Oh, I do have. Reese gave me this, and I hand him the crystal.
And he looks at it and he says, "Well, if he gave it to you, you should keep it."
Yes, I keep. Oh, that's the next part of the 3-part series that is really unbelievable. Every time I try to summon Titan, I summon a dead person.
You just keep.
He
it doesn't
at
stop.
that, like his good eye like opens wide, and he like looks around
And I
and
actually think they're
is
others.
not looking at you guys.
And I actually think that they might be other summoners. The
Eh.
dead summoners.
And he is like looking. It seems like he's looking at the walls, but he's like looking at barren parts of the walls where there's like no paintings or anything, and he's like doing a whole 360 around.
Okay. Are you having some kind of stroke or attack?
You need to not mention that out loud again.
Okay.
This is. You know what? Never
Marquise
mind.
was right. Marquise told me not to
Yep.
tell you.
See, yes.
We will talk about it in a moment.
Okay.
But I want you to know that I know all of this information. It was a test.
What?
Oh, we passed. Good.
I don't know if we passed.
I feel like that
You're
really
welcome.
I don't
should
think that
not
we passed
be
at all.
considered a
I
pass.
think that we failed completely. I cracked under pressure like a goddamn egg.
Elspeth, calm down.
I can't. I need a paper bag.
He like leans off of the door frame that he was in, and he goes to a small side table, and you see him pull out a key, and he unlocks the side table and pulls out a scroll and hands it to you.
Oh, I don't do the scroll thing. Becky does.
It's not a spell, dear.
Oh, okay. I take it.
Okay.
What does it say? I open it.
So as you open it, it has a matching sigil to that of the Grand Maester, the one that is dead.
Wait a minute. How'd you get this?
Because the Grand Maester has trusted my family line for a very long time.
Okay, well that makes sense why Reese was working with him.
Yes.
Okay.
And I was as well.
Oh. How did I get wrapped into this?
I don't know how you got wrapped into it. You weren't even supposed to know. That was the whole point of Reese's funeral, is so that people wouldn't go digging.
Okay. Well,
Well, for what
that-
it's worth, I'm pretty
that-
sure we found out entirely by accident.
no, I definitely went to the city to find out
No,
because I didn't
you need
believe
to.
that
Oh
he
my
was dead. That was
bloody god!
definitely me. I got you all into this. I am really sorry.
Elspeth,
By the
calm
gods,
down.
pray stop.
Pray return.
Pray return to the Wakens. Triggered everyone.
But he also reaches into the drawer and pulls out a couple pieces of parchment, and he unfolds them all. There are 6 of them. He unfolds them all and lays them out on the small table where you guys are sitting, and each one has a very detailed drawing of yourselves, and it says "Wanted" in
Oh,
very big letters.
That is something I left out, but you already know. We are wanted for murder.
I know, and it's
Shoot.
amazing that you got into the city without being spotted.
Oh, we probably should have worn disguises. Oh dear.
Look, it's no.
Marquise,
This
you're
is-
going to need to do a different colored the entire thing.
You look at each of the bounties, and
I
it
don't
seems
change.
like there is a 5,000 gold bounty on each of you.
Oh my.
Wait, individual.
That's it.
We should turn ourselves in and then escape.
Wait, no,
Okay,
turn
I'm not-
the other way.
I'm not going to lie. That's actually not a bad. That's like probably
Actually,
the best
oh my gosh.
idea.
What if we
she's ever-
turned Din in and then she turned into like a flying snake and then escaped the jail?
Hell yeah, I do it.
I mean, that's not gonna buy.
Oh, actually, this is very serious. We're wanted for murder. We shouldn't be joking. I just look at him and nod seriously.
Okay,
He's just sitting there, like, rubbing his forehead, like, my
there's
god.
actually some. There's actually. That's not really. Okay,
Hey, Marquise, we should take this seriously. We're wanted for
my
murder.
past life is wondering what the hell is what in the all 7, all literally all goddamn 7 hells is wondering why.
By past life, he means that he died once and now he's a
See,
new
you
person.
need to know.
You might have already
You
known
keep
that.
over.
Yes, I can see. And he, for the
Okay.
first time, pulls up the bandage that was over his eye, and you see now that he has a false eye, but it seems like, or at least a clouded eye, but it seems like there is some kind of glyph in the center of his eye.
Oh, Okay. Step 2.
That is
I
invasion
understand
of
that he's an
privacy.
unsent, but please don't send him. I like him.
He's not completely unsent.
Well, that's good news.
You are dead.
No, that means he's not completely dead.
I am not. I am not dead. I am standing right here in front of you. Why do we have to keep going over this? Normally I don't murder people, but don't make me.
Don't. Hey! No. There won't be a 7th book written about you if you act like that.
He smiles at you, and then all of a sudden you see him look at the floor, and you see this flash of light come up, and you see as this
I've got a feeling you're going to really turn all of us into something we don't want to be.
You see as this. You've seen an Eggy before, but you've not seen one like this. There are these cogs that pop out of the this light circle, and they start forming to this metallic structure, and it looks like some kind of beast on 2 legs.
Alexander?
And he says, "I would like to see you try."
I don't think you understood what I was saying.
Reese?
Reese?
Who were
What?
you talking to?
I don't know. My brain stopped working.
Marquies, please stop threatening him.
I'm not threatening him. I'm saying don't try and turn me into whatever your damn, I don't know, experiments are.
What? Are you talking about my stomachs are not experiments?
From you, they seem to be experiments.
Okay, I dropped a meteor on you guys once. It was not my fault. I don't know how to control them properly. I almost
Since
killed
she
them.
is
They
a
didn't
summoner,
all-
can you help her with that?
Something that we should talk about, but let's not now. You must all be tired from your journey, and we should eat these pies that you so lovely brought.
A guy in a red mask tried to kill us
Yeah,
yesterday,
goodbye.
so I am pretty tired.
We went
was
up
yesterday?
3 flights of stairs.
I was yesterday, but I am still, I actually didn't take any damage during that fight, but Asher still looks like he doesn't feel very good.
But he says there are spare rooms.
So are you able to help us get to Garuda?
We'll talk later on. I need to make sure that there's enough protection from outside sources.
That seems fair. Man, we really are just lucky that we've only talked to Mama and Asher's mama in my home in the middle of nowhere. And Mama Matoya.
And he kind of perks up. As you mention,
And Mama Matoya's 10 frogs.
Mother Matoya, and he's like, "You met Mother Matoya?"
Oh yeah, she was very nice. She fed us dinner.
Oh,
And then her
that's-
ghosts made our bed.
You're,
And through our old bedding in the fire, I was very disturbed.
you're all very lucky to have met Mother Matoya. She doesn't reveal herself to just anyone.
Oh, we met this nice fawn?
Well, it seems as
What
though
was
a
it?
lot
Satyr.
of things
Satyr?
keep
In the
happening
forest?
to us.
Well, there was a mist.
Maybe
I
it's
don't
because
remember
we're
much
the
after
Warriors
that.
of Light or whatever that is.
Oh, we met
And
a
he
fawn.
cocks his head to the side and says, "And who's called you this?"
Literally.
Oh,
literally.
yeah, so
Offense
after
101.
Reese, we were all like, I don't know, it might have been a hallucination or whatever,
I
but
don't
there was
think that
this
was a
giant,
hallucination.
floating crystal, and it was talking to us and called us the Warriors of Light. And
Yeah, that happened too. I think I forgot to mention.
I think the Grand Maester told us that too.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Grey Maester did definitely
yeah.
call us that too, yeah. And I think
After-
Mother Matoya did as well.
After we met the crystal, then the Grand Maester said, it's been an ordeal. I told you, dude.
Heidelin.
Like,
Well,
come on, we've been
Heidelin
through
was the
some
crystal's
shit.
name, right? Does that sound right?
What?
The crystal's name?
Eidolon?
Yeah.
well,
Sound right?
make yourselves at home. I will be right back. I am going to go out and make sure that we are not eavesdropped upon.
That's probably for the best. How did we make it in this town without getting arrested? We should
You'd
get-
actually be surprised how easy it is to traverse. even
Um,
the most wanted.
It
He
might have
get
been my
disguises.
cloak, and I showed the cloak with all the burning bodies on it.
Yes.
That would draw attention to us.
People are afraid.
That's metal.
He goes over to a small bookshelf, and you see as he takes a small black book out and lays it on the coffee table in front of you, and the title is just old black, like scratched into this leather-bound book, and it says The Myth of Mother Matoya. So he says, you can find out how lucky you are to have met her while I'm gone. And he leaves out the front door.
Yes, I'm the reader, so I guess I'll pick that up.
I read too.
Okay.
I mean, I mostly just read about Marquies because he's so
Well, yes,
amazing.
I wouldn't want to interrupt your...
Well, does anyone else want to share their
reading of
life
the
story now?
novelization of his life?
Well, let's save that life story for next episode.
What?
And that is where
Oh.
we'll pick up on
But-
episode 20.
But it's only been a few hours.
It's
Alright, guys, just as a reminder, if you've made it this far, every Friday we have new episodes on YouTube, as well as every Wednesday we have new podcasts. Check us out on Google, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, and of course, again, YouTube for Fridays. So, we will see you next week.